Today we are going to install Windows 10 in our computer. First use USB, then install it in the CPU, and then press or on the AVR. Next is the CPU. Then always press delete so that you will go to the BIOS. There are different kinds of BIOS for the Asus. Since I am using Asus as my brand, so these are the BIOS options or section. This is what you will see in the BIOS section. Our next step is go to the boot and you can see both options, priorities, that is choices to 1 or 4. These numbers represent where you want to save the Windows 10 as your new operating system, and you can choose this different setup. Like from the USB, everyone could have their own different name of the device or USB you will be using. And then you will see these two types of Windows 10 in 64 and 32-bit, but this will depends if what kind of memory is set up in your computer. It will also automatically to process, but it not if the Windows 10 that you need to install is above 4-bit. Above you need to choose when Windows 10 with 64-bit and press enter, and it will open to this, or you will be redirected to this settings of this dialog box. After the installation process, just answer this because you're gonna understand immediately. Just press immediately next. Then these are two choices or options again: the install now and they repair the computer. For the repair the computer, if you need minor repair for the computer, or maybe you have important files your previous operating system before it did not function well. Our main purpose for this video is to install new Windows 10 in the computer. So we will click the install now. And after clicking the install now, you can see lots of different types of Windows 10 in these drop-down menus. But based on my research, like based on others, this Windows 10 Pro is much better under 64-bit. Then press next. But before you will see the different types of Windows 10 in a drop-down menus, you will see this dialog box. What you're going to do is follow this arrow, yellow arrow. You are seeing the different Windows 10 in a drop-down menus, and again, you will choose the Windows 10 Pro because it is much better based on my research. Right after, you will see this dialog box again, and it says you will going to check the I accept the license choo, and then so that the next will be enable, so press next later. Then you'll see this next dialog box with these two options. One is for the upgrade install if you have previous operating system like Windows 7 and you want to upgrade it with Windows 10. And the second option is the custom. This is most recommended options because you can format and partition in this option. Then you'll have a fresh installed Windows 10, then click advance.
And then you will see this have lots of Windows 10.
And then you'll see this, you have lots of partition, but then you can delete this and let your remaining hard disks named, and I have 2 named hard disks on my computer. But before deleting, you need to think of the files if they are important or not, because some may be saved in this other name partition. And also, before performing the delete option, you need to back up and secure your files, or like you are done saving it to other devices, as it will be a backup soon when you need them. And then proceed to the delete options if you are already prepared. Then click the partition where you wanted to install the Windows 10. After choosing the hard disk where you wanted to save the Windows 10, you can click next. And the installation process starts here of Windows 10. Welcome to the device I'm using, Asus. Clicking on the button restart, then you'll see this option. What you're going to do is choose the country or region you're in. So since you are in the Philippines, or I am in the Philippines, I click Philippines. And then try to click the US layout for my keyboard layout so that I can understand next. And then try to skip this part. Then let us wait for this to done its loading. In this case, you have these two options. Since I'm going a personal computer, then I can choose this first setup. And then next. And then you can add your account on this Microsoft account, but since I do not have, I can choose the offline account. Let's wait again. And you will see this. It's limited. Click the limited part, experience, and try to input username, then next. Then by default, you can add, or I can add my password, but for now let's have it as default, that no password. Then click no, then I accept, so that it will not take you for long. Then for the last steps, you can just follow the yellow arrow and it will take you to installing of the Windows 10. Congratulations everyone. Have a great day and God bless.